Virtua Fighter 5. And here to do command training, or command time attack, which is a timed version of command training with Pai Chan. That's the one. And then a little quest mode as time allows afterward. I gave people names that are not helpful in remembering who they are. Well, hers is. Good for me. I was going to say something about Pi, and now I've forgotten what it was. And the Sai Ken fighting style. It's a Chinese martial art of some sort. So you could just call it Kung Fu if you wanted to be generic and improper. So this is command training, but if you go to this menu, there is command time attack, which is a timed version of command training, and you can't skip moves. You have to do them all in order. It's interesting, I only realized the past day or so that in Virtua Fighter 4, regular command training is a time attack, because it does save your best time once you complete all the moves in the character's move list, or command list, as I guess it's called. But that 4 does let you complete them in any order. It just wants you to complete all of them. Whereas this time attack in 5, which is separated from normal command training, which is not timed. I guess they didn't want you to feel nervous or something. This command time attack, you do not get to skip things. So interesting little difference. But I guess I'll go for command time attack, why not?
Ready? Go.
It's quite possible I'll get stuck with and unable to complete a move, and if that happens, I'll just have to bail out and do normal command training from wherever I got stuck in command time attack. Now, I don't really care about the time. I'm just here to try to learn some cool moves. So, let's see what we can get done. What? Now, I'm too used to, I did a bunch of characters in 4, their command training. In 5, you can just hit select to reset the position, which is handy. In 4, you have to like hit select twice or start twice. And it's much less see, I'm hitting start. Too used to it. Punch, 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 back kick. I can't get rid of, so one thing, oh, I know what it was. One thing that frustrated me with Pi is that if you press forward punch, she's not doing it. Oh, okay, maybe that was it. Yeah, forward punch, she does this, and she can't combo that. Why they put that on forward punch, which is my sort of default way to go when attacking, I don't know. It's really irritating. I think they did it on, I mean, I can only conclude they did it on purpose because they want you to feel a different direction, especially backward directions. Her big combos will come from backward directions. So it's a, I think, intentional construction of a character to make her feel different, and you know, make her feel like she's I don't know, sort of a misdirection or a, you know, change of flow in direction. But I can't say I'm a fan of that kind of chicanery with the inputs. Just let it be forward. Why not? What is that gonna hurt? It's the thing that my hands want to do. Anyhow. Alright, so punch, punch, back, punch, kick. See, this is the kind of detailed sequence of hits and directions that I'm not gonna do this in the heat of the moment in an actual fight. I mean, how? How would you do it? You'd have to memorize it, and I don't like memorizing things. which means I probably shouldn't play fighting games, but I like fighting games, so go figure. Punch, punch, back punch, kick, down, kick. Oh, that was pretty slow, but it counted. Oh, I like that hop kick she did at the end there, but I guess you can't do that on its own. Oh, that's one thing. What? Oh, down at the end. Oh. Now we got stances going on. What was it? I think it's her back kick. She can loop. She can't do this in Final Showdown. I don't think she can do it in 4, but I'm not sure. She can do it in 5, and then they took it away. Probably because you could annoy people with it. But I love stuff like this. Anyway, let's get back on track. That's the move I hate. Oh, you can kick your way. Oh, I knew that. That's why I'm playing her. So in 5, you can get out of it with a kick, which is not very intuitive, but at least it's some way to escape from it. In Final Showdown, you can't get out of it even with kick, as far as I could tell. I didn't do her command training, though, so possibly I missed something. That's cool. Ah, select. Oh, no. She does have deflections. Oh, you're kidding me. Forward back punch? I'm going too early, I know. Maybe too late. I'm not even getting the move off. Oh, well, that didn't seem to deflect anything, but I'll take it. I hate those. And I think Pai has a lot of them, so I may be in trouble. I don't really like back-forward moves either. Yeah, it's her back moves that are big. None of these moves are particularly interesting to me. I don't like that stance, really. Whoa! Can you juggle from that? What is going on? Come on. Oh, it's one of those really fast, so you can only get in a ground hit, I think. I'm not gonna try anymore. I don't like that. Oh. Whoa. This move is a little interesting. Now that there's a big pause there, which is awkward. It's not a very flowing move, actually. If she stops, there's a really weird sort of dead stop she does right there. Did you see that? It's like time just stops. Am I just... Is that where you charge? Yeah, it is where you charge. It's really bad. I mean, by Virtua Fighter standards, that's kind of bad animation. Alright, so I'm guessing that G lets you get out of the charge and reset to neutral. Yep, more or less. Does this do the same thing? Yep. With the back turn. How many ways do you get out of this move? Well... Okay. like animations like this either. That is not... Nobody can move like that. It's not how physics work. You do not get to pull like you're on an elastic cord. It's like they're doing wire-free stuff. Anyway, ranting a lot about Pai's animation. Full disclosure, I kind of think I might drop Pai. But we'll see. Well, that didn't work at all. This is kind of awkward stuff. Is this supposed to... Unlike 4, you can't play a demo of every move, and there's no demo of this one because you'd see a yellow balloon. So, can't tell how this is supposed to work. Well, that's interesting, just kick. So, one kick just hits once, but if you pump it, it's twice. I like that. Alright, kick, punch, kick, and then I guess charge the second kick. Oh, why can't I get my brain around this? Kick, punch, kick. No. Punch, kick. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. It's alright. Dan Shitsu. It's alright. It's pretty good. You have to hit that exact... anyway. Kick, punch, back, kick. What am I doing? Forward kick, punch. Forward kick, punch, back kick. Okay. Forward kick, punch, down kick. Okay, that's a nice option. Don't like... I guess it's equivalent to a jump kick. Oh, that's running. Okay, we'll get to that later, I guess, but that's a cool one. I don't, for some reason I like little jump kicks on forward kick, but I don't like just a high kick. I don't know why. It's not logical. It's kind of cool. Is it going to show me I can loop it? Because that's the important part. The important part, game. I don't want to do that. I don't know about that. Okay, see, that's what I would want on forward kick. That's totally a forward kick move. Oh well. That's a cool animation. What? Gotta, oh, okay. Oh. Crouch. That's pretty cool, actually. I'll never remember that, but it's cool. I just did a move accidentally, didn't I? That's a nice mix-up. Nice basic mix-up. Down back kick. Love it. Never gonna remember this. The moves are too kind of small scale to stick in my head, but some of them are cool. And they're intricate. I think that's the one. In Final Showdown they changed it so she actually falls down completely. It just looks much more awkward. Maybe they just switched. I don't know. that's a really good move that a bunch of characters have and I'm totally bad with, because I feel like I don't have a handle on the range. Maybe this is a good time to learn it. So that hit. That didn't hit, so it is pretty short range, and that's why I have trouble with it. Because it's short range and slow to launch. Like, let's see. Is it this one? I always forget. So, I guess that doesn't really... No, it's not really helpful in showing how... Well, yeah, so watch, like, the buttons appear and then there's considerable delay in when the kick actually happens. Anyway. Okay, that's... kinda cool. I'm never gonna remember it. It's kinda cool too. I don't like that. Like, is this a dodge? Oh, it's a hit. How did it hit that time? What? So, does she just have to be close enough? Do they have to be against a wall? Do they have to move forward into you? What move was I doing? Ah, shoot. Down punch there. That's weird. I don't get it. Alright, anyway, kick guard, cool. Oh yeah, cartwheels. Love it. Was that extra cartwheel? Wait. That's normal cartwheel. And then this is just a little farther range, I guess. That's a little too subtle for my tastes. Handy. You can put back forward, not my thing, unfortunately. Good sweep, apparently. Forward does the same thing, so this is a good jump kick. Actually, oh, so it is just forward running. You don't have to do forward. Defensive move is an evade, so up, or down, down. Alright. Now, offensive move is pushing all three buttons during a defensive move, so up, all three buttons, or something like that. I don't like offensive moves. Way too subtle for me to care. And way too complicated. I just can't. I can't handle them. Oh gosh. Rokutai is what? What? It's not gonna tell me. Is it just a back turn? Go forward, punch, kick, hold back. Back kick down. Oh, I think it's the crouching one. do that on her. Oh, back kick down, not back kick down kick. Okay. What? I don't know what just happened. At least there's a parry in there or something. Alright. So, she doesn't really have spectacular stuff from that. I don't know, I could do without that crouching pose. So this is just a turnaround, well, all 3 buttons and back. Makes sense, I guess. Oh, I guess that's my Shuho, probably. No. Oh, yes it is. But you can't wait it out? No, you've got to go faster for some reason. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's just like lawnmower coming at you. Oh, the moves are so intricate, I'm not going to be able to remember this stuff. I don't like the pose at the end. Oh, she didn't do that. I don't know what's happening. Oh boy. Card punch kick. Alright. I do like that throw. In Final Showdown they reanimate this because it's the same in 4. It's better in 4, I think. But it's just a little tug on the hand. But in 5, in Final Showdown, they make her lean in and sort of haul on the arm, like dipping her shoulder into it. And it's just not cool. It misses the whole point of it being this great, graceful, subtle move, where it just tugs them a little off balance, just a little. Nice camera work. No. Whoa. There's a fling. That's a cool animation. Right in the abdomen. Flop. Oh, that's from behind. That one puts a lot of velocity on him. I've had the AI do that to me, and it's always just like, oh my gosh. I've had the AI throw me out of the ring with that. It's like, yeah, that would do it. Such an odd motion. Basically a quarter circle. Now, see, in Final Showdown, these would be down attacks, but in 5 and earlier games, you have to hit all 3 buttons to do a crouching throw. So these are not crouching throws, even though they're down directions. But in Final Showdown, you just do the normal 2-button input for throws on crouching characters. It's just that they're with a down direction. So this would be a crouching anyway. So they would have to change this command in Final Showdown. Cool. Cool animation. Okay, animation. Uh-oh. During what now? Is it just the back throw? I'm hoping it's just the back throw. Oh, okay. Oh, so she does have down throws, that's right. It's really weird because she's not... Normally, it's only the grapplers who have down throws on crouching characters. But Pai does. I hate that one, though. That's the one that comes out accidentally, and it's super annoying. I have to remember, just straight down is the actual throw. Doesn't really look like it connects with her head, but whatever. Oh, that's kind of cool. Good. Oh, crumbs. Forward. I thought deflections were usually back. I hate this. Yeah, that's what happens in a fight. I can't handle this stuff. This is... Sure, I'll pull that off in a fight, because I obviously know the height of the attack that's coming in, because I'm just a Virtua Fighter Jedi. Well, that was a good stumble. And I know what side the kick is coming on. I think this is just showing... Yeah, it's just showing different animations. It's the same input. Ow! Ow, my body. Show off all our animations. Too bad that timer isn't there in a real fight, because it sure is helping me. It's a nice little throw. Ah, my face. My face. So I'm guessing this isn't, just throwing them isn't gonna work. There's opponent Pai's Resin and shoot, but I don't have an opponent Pai. What do I do here? Let's watch the little demo. What? What is happening? She's hitting kick. So kick is... So the opponent, she's doing it... Oh, so it's Dural, so she can play anybody's moves. So she's doing a Pai counter move, or whatever they're called, and then you counter the counter move. This is a very specific move. You can only use it against another Pai, and only when... I mean, there's probably one like this for every Pai counter. Am I gonna have to go through all those? Please tell me no, but of course I will. So I kick, it gets caught, then I... Oh boy. Oh, there's only that one so far. Okay, let's hope. So I kick, it gets caught, there's some timing involved. Oh, that feels like it's too late, I guess. Alrighty. It's a cool throw. So these are back. So she's got forward ones and back ones. I guess these end in throws. Yeah. That would really fling somebody out of the ring. But I can't do them, so it's irrelevant. It's academic, as they say. Too early? Shitsuten Tokai. Oh, well, that was bizarre. Good. Okay, wow, that was some clipping. Yeah, whatever. Very specific. Oh, jeez. Turning attack. Could you be more specific, sir? Okay, what's she doing? She's doing guard punch. So guard punch. Well, why didn't I just do this as a guard punch combo? I guess they want to make clear that you can do it during any spinning attack. This is weird. Guard punch, up forward kick. How hard could it be? Wait, guard punch? No, guard kick. It must have been guard kick. Yeah. Fuck. Oh. So she waits 35 frames, I guess. Thirty-five frames is half a second. That's how intuitive this is. Not waiting nearly long enough, I guess. No. No. My input looks so sloppy, I guess. What are the yellow numbers exactly? Is that breaking down? Yeah, well, that breaks down to 19. She have waited 30 odd frames. Come on. Well, my diagonals are apparently horrible. As fast as possible. So she waits. I forgot there was a beep. That's actually handy. Beep when the input happens. So she waits until she stops. So it's not during turning attack, it's at the end of the turning attack. Thanks for the clear vocabulary. Yeah, it's at the end of the attack. So they could have just done that as a combo. Just show the combo you're doing. Jeez. Why am I back turned? Oh, it's a jump. This is also a bad vocabulary. This is a jumping attack. It's not wild rising. Rising is this. Say wild jumping. And there's no demo, so if you didn't... I only knew that because I've done these jump things before. Bad, bad, bad. Not it. Alright, good for me. Well, I made it through. She's got a lot of cool moves, and I don't remember any of them now because they're so intricate. But it's just as well. Really, all I have to remember with her is don't do forward punch. If you do, do a kick. Because that's the only way to get out of it. Otherwise, you'll just reel back and get hit. This is so slow to recover, it's terrible. In fact, you should really just be doing like backwards motions, because that's where bigger combos come from. Oh, punch kick is for deflections, so I don't want to do punch kick moves for deflections and weird junk like that. So avoid punch kick. Punch kick bad. Except for up back punch kick for some reason. That's strange. Anyway, how about kick guard? Kick guard's okay, do those. Oh yeah, kick guard because we've got the regular regular cartwheel and we've got the deluxe cartwheel. Oh, it's just a turnaround, that's all. Oh, I don't care about that. Forward cartwheel then. Forward kick, which I don't like much. Kick I like. There's forward kick knee. The knee's good. And then there's the running kick. Oh, come on. Oh, forward punch kick? That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, well, that was, it's different. I don't know if that's really going to help me. I think it won't. But, don't do punch kick moves. Is that it? What is it, punch kick? Yeah, it must have been punch kick. Okay. Okay, well, let's see how screwed up I got and do some quest mode. I wish it would put the most recently used at top, like 4 does, but Pi is forever stuck down at number 16. Poor Pi. So I just got to first Dan with her, so I just unlocked her 3rd costume. Why do I have that horrible emblem? Get rid of the emblem, please. I got the chocolate in the soup. Soup. Full soup. Actually, what else do I have though? Those are bad. Oh yeah, her Type C is the dress that makes her hips look big. So, not excited about that. Apparently I like Type B. Yeah, that's about right. Got the twin buns hair, super exciting, not really. Got the glasses. Not wearing earrings, I think. It's alright. let's suppose I have money. 300 gold. That is no money. Cannot buy anything for 300. Alright. Well. So, let's go to the beginner intermediate arcade. It's intermediate. Advanced. That's novice to advanced. That's novice to elite, maybe? For friendly competition? Does that mean they don't fight hard? I haven't really tried this arcade. And this is elite. So let's do beginner intermediate. Beaten Black Ernie. Incident. The situation. Alright. Okay, don't do forward punch. Don't do forward punch. Don't do punch kick moves. Oh, this is weird. I don't know. This version of this stage is totally better than the Final Showdown one. They both have weird spectacles. Oh yeah, kick. Oh, I'm trying to kick you. There, see? Good mix up.
Fight 2. Ready? Go.
Uh-oh. What was that? Forward punch? Oh, forward punch is nonsense. Forward kick ain't great either. Ah, that's the good camera though. What was... Forward kick knee, yeah. Damn.
Fight 3. Ready? Go.
Oh, I was gonna try to do forward kick knee, but I mean, obviously it's range blow, so not a great idea, perhaps. Ow. Oh, what's that, Jackie? A lack of low attacks? Oh. Let's have that one mix up. Those dandelions? I guess those are dandelions. Yay, dandelions. I just noticed Jackie's head almost crushed a dandelion as he came crashing down to Earth. Oh, okay. I just fought Wiz. It's my last character here, I think. Thank you. What is that? Jeffrey, I think.
Go ahead.
Words on all these signs in the background. Underground cable before digging. Private container. You know, I only noticed recently that there's this funny border of wooden planks on the ground around the edge of this stage. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I should pay attention to the Mr. LCD monitor here. Ow.
Fight 2. Ready? Go.
Speaking of LCD monitors, I only found out semi-recently that Virtua Fighter 5 in the arcade was on non-widescreen monitors. Whoa, oh yeah. Just on old-fashioned 4:3 ratio arcade screen cabinets. Which is why, like, the health bars are just wide enough to fit a 4:3 display, I think. And I think what they just did is they moved the character portraits outside them to make them look a little, make the UI look a little wider in widescreen. But you can play the game in 4:3 if you set your PS3's video settings to that. Alright, I need to pay attention because Wiz just started beating me. I was rambling. Ow! Shoot. Oh, I shouldn't try to do the knee just because it worked that first time. A little faster than him, I guess. Oh, I was thinking, oh, I can loop that back kick. That's not working great. Now I'm close to dying. I'm dead. Well, crumbs. That's what I get for goofing off. Alright. Calm down, Wiz. Now, can you get demoted in 5? I should assume that you can. Oh, there's Pootwaddle. Pootwaddle... 10th Q is nonsense. Pootwaddle is a badass. I need 5 more orbs to get my 4th costume. That's a ways off.
Let's fight one. Ready? Go!
Oh, that's forward punch. I hate forward punch. Ah, that's stupid. I got it not. Oh, how? That's all I was trying to do, but he somehow slapped me out of the middle of it. I guess because you stand up for a split second. Jeez.
Ready? Go!
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's not it. That was punch kick. Sweet. Up, forward, punch kick.
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
Oh yeah, cartwheel, forward punch kick. Oh. Love that throw animation. Ah! There was an interesting rising attack. Oh no, forward punch. Oh gosh. Just stuck me twice.
Fight 4. Ready? Go!
Okay, now I'm thinking too hard.
Come on!
Yeesh.
KO!
Oh.
Fight 5. Ready? Go!
Oh, that didn't work. Those cartwheels, like, it seems like a pretty obvious attack that he was just not blocking. Oh, Pai, you're so cute with your, what is it, twin buns or whatever the heck my silly hairdo's called. It's too bad you can't get a straight up Princess Leia. Big old cinnamon rolls on the sides. Just little tiny buns. I gotta win, I need that item. I don't know what it is, but I need it. Oh, sweet Rusty Rush. I fought him before. I just saw the name. The name stands out. Oh, he's totally sleeping. He's gonna come back hard in the second round. Watch.
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Yeah, it's starting. Oh. Ow. Oh, my leg. I can't fight anymore. My career has ended.
Ready? Go!
Oh. Ah, that move has been getting me in a lot of trouble. Oh gosh. Wow. I'm just gonna hang out here. It's like, what do you do? A big beast just has you in its jaws. It's like, well, there's nothing I can do. Oh no! Shoot.
Fight 5. Ready? Go!
The cartwheel is so slow, I can never do it. Oh, stupid, don't wait. How? Jab me out of a sweep? Nuts. Jab me out of the cartwheel. Again. Rusty Frush. You have a wicked jab, sir. A wicked low jab. Got it. An orb. Only 4. More to go. And then I guess I only learned this recently, and I guess I haven't confirmed it, but it looks like after you fill up your first orb tray and you unlock a costume, then you have to go buy an empty orb tray from the item shop. I forget how much that is. It's not too much, I don't think. The cage, nice. I think the watermelon colored do-rag. Do they have that color in Final Showdown? And then, so you buy an empty orb tray to replace the first one that you fill up. And then when you fill up these subsequent, because you can buy more after that, after you fill them up again. Uh-oh, I just got rolled. That was awesome, and I ruined it. When you fill up that second and succeeding orb trays, you unlock items, and obviously getting 7 orbs just to get one item seems a little excessive grinding, but apparently they're cooler items that you only can get that way and not in the item shop. So the one I know of is Akira. Once in a while you'll see a NPC Akira in quest mode who is shirtless. And I was thinking, what, is that one of the 3rd or 4th costume that you unlocked? But I checked, I think I unlocked his 3rd costume, and it didn't make sense because he was wearing the first costume's pants. So actually it said the first costume, I went back and checked. So, oh yeah, because it knocked me out of my first costume when I faced that Akira with my Akira. I had to switch to my B costume. Oh, why? So the shirtless Akira, the shirtless part is a special shirt item for Type A Akira costume that you, I think, only get. Oh yeah. Forward. Yeah, that's the one forward. That's the one punch kick move I like. Is forward punch kick. Is that long low lunge. So I learned that in command training, I guess. That's good. Oh, that was not punch kick. I was trying to do the lunge. So those extra orb tray items are cool stuff like shirtless Akira, I guess. Of course, all those things are just things you can access instantly if you have the DLC in Final Showdown, but Final Showdown does not have quest mode. And that's a shame, man.
Fight 1. Ready?
Some shine on that shillelagh he's packing. What is that, solid gold? Man, that forward punch kick is working pretty well. Of course, he is only 6Q. Get too excited, I guess. So I'm having fun with Pi. I was afraid that I wouldn't. I was afraid the dead-end forward punch thing was just gonna irritate me, but I think command training did help in that it kind of got me warmed up to not doing forward punch moves, because there really aren't any except for that one. Of course, this is kind of slumming it up in the beginner intermediate arcade, I guess, but that's something I enjoy about. That's something I guess I enjoy. I didn't want to admit it, but I think at this point I have to face the fact that I do enjoy slumming it up. Because you can't do this, of course, in Kumite mode in 4. Kumite mode is brutal, and you're always just fighting opponents that are, I don't know if they're either on average your rank or on average slightly above your rank. So there's no slumming it up in Kumite, and the AI in 4 is, I think, just better also. There are various exploits I've found with certain moves and stuff in 5 that just massacre the AI, and in 4 I've tried the same moves and they don't work. They don't work especially well at all, so 5 has a lot of holes in its AI, and some of them are in Final Showdown as well. So the AI was just a little better in 4. Ow. Okay, I have to pay attention. This is an Akira. Hard to slum it up against an Akira.
Ready? Go!
Oh, he fell for that. Oh, sweet. Oh no, he was crouching. Oh, I have crouch throws. I forgot. I could have thrown him. It's so weird that Pai has crouch throws. Oh, that was so wrong. Whoa, what was that? I wanted to do cartwheel. Oh, I hit forward. Is that like down? Oh yeah, that's her like down punch kick? Up back? How was I doing up back? Oh, forward punch, no. Getting her backwards moves. Yeah, backwards moves.
Ready? Go!
Okay, stop flow charting special moves. Oh no, I forgot it's forward. It's easy to follow that one up too. Oh no! Oh, forward punch. Forward punch got him. Well, forward punch has its day in the sun. So yeah, I guess I do appreciate the fact that in quest mode you can choose your level of difficulty easily on the fly by choosing which arcade to frequent to grace. So yeah, I like just slumming it up, fighting the lobies. I mean, wow, this isn't the same guy I just fought, is it? I thought he had a different name. He had a different color headband. Am I just hallucinating? He still had this same odd mix of colors, though. This guy's 8th Q. I think that guy was so...
Fight 2. Ready?
Rai Forden, yes. Is that a reference to the arcade? That's so weird. Ow! Okay, not be good. Jeez, that was just back kick. I wanted to do a combo as he rushed in. I didn't really figure it would deck him.
3. Ready? Go!
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm getting too... Not forward kick. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't get the follow-up. Oh, jeez. How? Oh, son of a...
KO.
Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't gonna die. I was dead, and then I just,
Ready? Go!
Oh, boy. That happens more in 5 than it does in Final Showdown. It's one of the things all their reanimating improved, I think. Oh, I accidentally did a reversal. I was trying to do her one punch kick move that I like. I did a reversal. Accidentally. I'll take it. Hey, butterfly. Only 3 orbs left. I forgot. That's cool. Oh, it's Pootwaddle. Well, okay, watch this. 10th Q, it says. Watch this. He's gonna steal my item because he's such a troll.
Start running now.
I don't want to fight you. I would run if I could. I guess that would be just pausing and quitting out. Now, you would say that he looks like a chump at the moment. That's just how he gets you.
KO. Fight 2. Ready?
I fully expect him to start owning me right about now. Ow.
KO.
Oh. He was doing a heck of a lot of evading, though. I think,
Fight 3.
unfortunate in that Pai is so fast, that doesn't work as well on her as on other characters.
KO.
Dang, Poot, you got owned. So, possibly one of my problems is that I've been fighting Pootwaddle with characters who really run into trouble when he evades all their stuff and they have long recoveries. Dang, I just straight up got an item, not an orb. I want to go see what it was. Have not seen a sniff of a rank match. How high is my rank juice at the moment?
Fight 1.
Of course I am. Oh, it's
Ready? Go.
2/3 of the way. I am slumming it up against Lobies. That would be why. I don't care. I like slumming. Slumdog Pie is me. I gotta stop doing that. Oh!
KO. Fight 2. Ready? Go.
Oh! Got me on the hop. Jeez.
KO. Fight 3. Ready? Go.
Oh! Oh, God. searching for moves. Oh, you can't throw him. I'll throw him. And I always try to throw him when he's upside down. Just being way too non-aggressive against him. He was not really into blocking. Well, I should, that's a good excuse. Okay. Okay. Doesn't go with my plum. Peach, purple, whatever. Pink. Peach, purple, pink. That's me. Peach, purple, pink pie. I'm just having fun slumming it up with pie. Now I gotta go to this crazy tournament. I mean, I don't gotta. Here. I won this for the first time I remember entering it, just recently as, was it as Jeffrey? It might have been as Jeffrey. All these names I've fought, these are from, they're from the arcade I was just in, the beginner, intermediate, and I think the beginner. Maybe not. Oh, this is the sort of blue atmosphere version of this stage. There's also a like, brown or sand colored atmosphere version. Oh, you knocked me out of my costume! Sakura 10. I'm Sakura, wait. I'm Sakura 1. So you just get out. Oh. I love that throw animation. It's so subtle. Watch this. Zoink!
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Ah, what am I doing? Some nonsense is what I'm doing. Hey, nice. I'm a little out of it at the moment. Oh, I should do my one move that only works on pies, but you have to deflect at the kick at the right moment. Oh, jeez. How was that rising? Totally, I'm not doing anything right at the moment. I'm just flailing.
Ready? Go!
Oh, how? She swept me out of a cartwheel. Oof. It's a pretty good fight. And the dress is cute, it's just unfortunate the modeling around the hips. Also, I don't really like the idea of fighting in a dress exactly. Seems impractical. Sharganan. Now, Heart Nana, I think is from the newbie arcade. Maybe not, though. I guess I've been fighting a lot recently in the beginner intermediate arcade. She's from there.
Ready? Go!
Whoa, that was That was totally evaded long ahead of when I actually did it. Okay, what button combinations am I trying to do here? I don't know. Oh, I forgot how to do... Oh no! Forgot how to do cartwheel. This is not great. Forgot how to do everything. Forward punch, I guess. Jeez. Okay, come on, get it together. Yeah, kick. Oh. Jeez, that was a lot of flailing. Somehow worked out. I guess it's the amateurs tournament. That's how it worked out.
Fight 3. Ready? Go.
Although why, like, I don't know what triggers these all-city tournaments to come up. There's the beginners try tournament, which comes up earlier, and then this is the second one that seems to come up. But it came up at first Dan, and these characters are ranked much lower than that. So, what is it that triggered this tournament to come up finally? And why didn't it come up earlier? So she's 4th Q, that's 5 ranks below me. Not that that doesn't mean she couldn't very well beat me. Yeah, dubstep with the cherry blossoms. Cherry blossom dubstep.
Fight 1. Ready?
Cherry dub blossom step? Oh no! Oh, she dubbed my cherry blossom step. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm flailing. I haven't fought an owie. Oh, jeez. I gotta figure out how to do that more often. Oh. There's some combos, some ground combos coming off of the cartwheel. Oh no, that was the running. Oh, and it got stuffed hard. Jeez. Can I loop that? It's back kick and then just more kicks? More back kicks? Okay, let me try. I'm pulling around, which is dangerous. No, I guess you can't loop it. I think I just did 2 of them with follow-up this time. That animation so much. Oh. Forward punch. I guess when you just need 1 hit. I guess it was okay. These metal armbands, which I don't like the whole armband thing that Virtua Fighter 5 seems to like, but they're nice and shiny anyway. Congratulations to me. What did it say I won? I won a lot of emblems. I wasn't paying attention. Well, I didn't win money. I win any... Oh, it doesn't look like it. Well, I won bragging rights. Amateur tournament champ. That's me. Well, cool. So I came in here thinking I was down on Pi, but I'm up on Pi. That was good. Maybe it's just that I enjoy slumming. It's probably just that I enjoy slumming it up. And I mean, I like the quest mode / kumite thing of sort of endless fights, but I do kind of enjoy the leisure of picking my battlefield in quest mode, whereas in kumite you're always just under heavy fire. 5 definitely feels like a more laid-back game at this point. Yes, I'm sort of traumatized from 4. I've just come from trying command training in Kumite with Lao and then Lion, and those did not go well. Kage. But Kage I like, it's just sort of melted my brain. It's got so many moves I could not do. That didn't help. Alright, well, and it's funny because with Pai, so I finally do her command training, and I end up not really learning anything in it because there was some cool stuff that I didn't know, but it was also sort of ticky-tack that it's just not the kind of thing I'm gonna remember. What was the one? I definitely did learn forward, punch, kick. That long lunging low attack. You do have to be at a really specific range, long range, to use it though, so it may not be as useful as I hope when I fight tougher opponents. But other than that, my using Pai is really just, well, and that back attacks, a lot of them actually start with back punch or kick, not just back punch or kick, so that's useful to know. And that, I guess I probably already knew this, that most punch kick things for her are deflections, so I should try to avoid those because those are not my thing. That's all I can remember at the moment that I learned. Yeah, but she's got other cool stuff I think I already knew, like just kick, and anyway, lots of fun stuff with Pai, really. Now, if I go and play her against tougher opposition like I would have to in Kumite, I might start to hate her, but I don't know. I mean, I decided I didn't like, I'm looking for the names, but I deleted them on my list, so wait, they're down below. I decided I didn't like Lao, for instance, because he's just kind of boring. Like, he, at least in 4, he didn't really have any surprises in his attack stuff. It was all just kind of, yeah, spin kick, screaming, lots of screaming. I definitely don't like the screaming and that kind of thing, and I just wasn't that interesting. And Lion was sort of similar. He's definitely got a lot of offense, but it's all sort of offense of a similar flavor. And I actually got demoted with him. I think you can probably still get demoted. In 4, you can get demoted. Once you get to first Dan, you can get demoted down to first Q. I don't think you can get demoted past first Q, but so I got demoted from first Dan to first Q because I was just on this big losing streak trying to figure stuff out after doing his command training, and yeah, Lion. I think I did well above first Dan with Lion because he does have all this offensive output that's really easy to use, but then you get to first Dan rank or trying to go above that, and the opponents are smarter and they don't fall for the easy stuff, so then you've got, I felt like I didn't have anything. I didn't have any ways to open them up. So that was my surprise problem with Lion in 4. And in 5, I think I felt more or less the same about him, although I was slumming it up, so we didn't actually get to high-level opposition. But I remember I felt that Lion felt pretty much the same in 4, 5, and Final Showdown. Now, probably they added moves for him, and they probably added him, gave him a few mix-up types things, which he doesn't really seem to have in 4. So maybe I should try him in 5 or something. I just don't feel a whole lot like it right now. I did go back and watch my footage of Lau, who I dropped from playing in 4. I did go watch my footage of playing him in 5 and 5 Final Showdown, and I didn't see anything particular there that made me think that I would like him more in those games now. Because I did also at the time feel Lau was more or less the same in all the games, although, you know, a few new moves here and there. And actually, watching the footage of Lau in Final Showdown, I'm way off topic here, but they gave him this, at least I first found it in Final Showdown, this sort of rearing knee attack that is actually, like, the AI was really, this was on hard, I think, the AI was really having trouble stopping this. I think it's just forward kick or something. This lunging knee of Lau's that I think is new to Final Showdown, so it was a crushing attack, and so I was just using it over and over in this footage of this session I had with him, and this is in the special sparring mode on hard difficulty, but it's a bad animation. This Final Showdown animation of Lau with the knee, it's just bad. It's one of those ones like Pai had one here in 5 where it looks like she sort of swoops forward and then is pulled back by an elastic cord or something. It's kind of like that. And it's just, so anyway, not too keen on Lau, but am keen on Pai, at least here in 5. In Final Showdown with Pai, they made her forward punch move, which I don't like here in 5, but they made it even shorter range and more of a dead end than ever, so that was worse. They reanimated that throw of hers that I love and made it clunkier looking. So they just made a lot of, I think they changed how her sweep moves were set up too, so it's not the obvious input that's a sweep move in Final Showdown for Pai. There's just all these changes that did not seem to improve her, and in some cases made her significantly harder to use for me. So that's why I'm playing her in 5. Also, 5 has quest mode, and quest mode rules. So yeah, that's my feeling about Pai and quest mode. Up next is Sarah in Final Showdown, because I am going alphabetically, so Pai, Sarah. That'll be interesting because, get out of this nonsense. Because now you want to have autosave on if you're going to do that, otherwise you have to remember to save in before you leave quest mode, or go to options here and save. But the better thing to do is go to options and turn on autosave, which is not on by default in 5. Sarah could be interesting because, you know, she fights similarly to her brother in some ways. They have some moves in common even, and I found both of them, I hadn't liked them. I found them surprisingly clunky in 4 and 10th Anniversary, which is kind of 4 Evolution, and 5. But in Final Showdown, they were significantly redone. And they were suddenly fun to play. That was on hard difficulty in special sparring. When I took Jackie up to very hard difficulty, though, just recently, and tried to play him, I got really frustrated, and just nothing was coming naturally to me with Jackie. He's got all these different sort of directions he can go offensively, but the directions, the way you initiate them, didn't feel intuitive at all, and then you can't really flow from one to the other. So I felt like I was just stuck in these sort of non-intuitive, siloed attack forms with him, and I don't know, it was very frustrating. Also, I was fighting a lion on very hard who was crouching a lot, and I was really struggling to find crouch attacks with Jackie. So that was super rough. And I kind of gave up on Jackie. So I'm a little worried that something similar could happen with Sarah in Final Showdown, but we'll see. I did try her in 5, and like I said, it was just felt surprisingly clunky. Whereas she flows, she feels like she flows much better in Final Showdown. I guess it's just a question of once I actually put her up against very hard opposition, if I'll still feel that way and still feel like I'm clicking with her moves. I know I don't really click with her one-legged flamingo stance thing. I always get just wailed on when I go into that. But there's the strangely low-volume intro video. I should have stayed in quest mode. Now we've got this. I just wanted to have it on the nice, soothing main menu music. Here we see Lion being a total jerk, which is not surprising, I guess. Jeffrey kind of being a goofball. Sean, it's actually drinking. So they'd never show him drinking in the game. They changed all of his like win poses and enter poses so that he's no longer drinking from a bottle. He's just miming it like without a bottle or something. They didn't show liquid there, but I don't know. That's as close as he gets to actually drinking in 5. In 4, he has his bottle to his mouth all the time. It's interesting how the big climactic face-off is Kage versus Go. I mean, that is interesting. And I like Kage's armor in this one. It's a thing with the colors. Like his black armor looks super cool in 5, whereas in Final Showdown it doesn't look as cool. And I think it's because they just kind of like the black clothing colors in 5 got changed to grays, more grayish in Final Showdown. And I think that happened with his armor. And as we all know, gray is just not as cool as black. Alrighty, so next up, Sarah in Final Showdown. Thanks for watching this Pai morale booster. I was afraid I was not going to enjoy playing Pai, but turns out I do, at least as long as I can slum it up in quest mode. So, yeah, good positive stuff after I had a rough session with old Lion and Kumite in 4. But, you know, ups and downs, these emotional roller coasters of Virtua Fighter, I guess. So, thanks for watching me coast upwards. I don't know. And stay tuned for Sarah in Final Showdown if that's your... Watching me try that is your bag. On very hard, it'll be interesting. And with that, I bid you adieu.